Hello, namaste everyone. Hope all of you are well. First of all, in the previous three lectures of S block elements, we have studied about the group number 1, means alkali earth metals. In this video, we are going to discuss about alkaline earth metals, means group number 2. In group number 1, we have seen from lithium to cesium, electronic configuration, ionization enthalpy, hydration enthalpy, then physical properties, chemical properties, hydrides and uses we have seen about group number 1. Similarly, in this lecture number 4 of S block elements, especially this lecture will belongs to group number 2. Group number 2 means you know very well. What is group number 2? Can you tell me? Group number 2 is also known as alkaline earth metal. Alkaline earth metals. See, these all the group number 1 and group number 2 elements are found in earth crust. So that's why they are known as alkali and alkaline earth metals. So in this group number 2 elements, I hope all of you remember that in the group number 2 elements are beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. Right? Now you can ask me, sir, radium will belongs, as we have seen that in group number 1 we have left the hydrogen and francium. Similarly here also we will leave radium because its already name is only radium, radioactive elements is that. So we will study from beryllium to barium. Beryllium, I hope all of you know, this is the symbol of beryllium, right? This is the symbol of these elements name. The second period, third period, fourth period, fifth period, sixth period and seventh period. In the first period there is no elements, right? So these is periods and this is group. So group number 2, right? This is the elements symbol. Now can you tell me what will be the atomic number of these elements? Atomic number, I hope all of you have remembered. Lithium atomic number was 3. So here beryllium atomic number will be 4. Magnesium 12, calcium 20, strontium 38, barium 56 and radium 88. Now the main things, that is electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. I hope all of you have remembered this is NS2. General electronic configuration of these elements are NS2. NS2 why? Because they are in the group number 2 elements. The last cell have maximum 2 electrons in their outermost orbit. So beryllium atomic number is 4. So you know very well how we write helium as a 2 and 2s2. Neon 3s2. Very good here. After that argon 4s2. Krypton 5s2. Xenon 6s2 and radon 7s2, right? So no need to write in the long form of this electronic configuration. If you have remembered the symbols in electronic configuration, then it's very easy to write these elements electronic configuration. Now question is, in the lecture number 1, as I have started about the alkali earth metals, I had only given you the introduction of group number 2 elements in lecture number 1. But here I will not leave till electronic configuration, because in this video you will get more informations about the group number 2 elements. These elements are having last 2 electrons in the s orbital, that's why it's known as s block elements, and their general electronic configuration you have seen noble gas and NS2, right? So as you have seen that of group number 1 elements, similarly here group number 2 also. Now I will discuss about atomic and ionic radii. Now you can ask me, sir, what is this atomic and ionic radii? If I talk about the physical properties, because in group number 1 elements I informed you about the hydration and ionization enthalpies, right? So here If I talk about all the physical properties means this was the general physical properties. If I talk about then melting point, boiling point, right? After then ionization enthalpy, IE1 and IE2, ionization enthalpies. After then metallic radii and ionic radii, right? Density. After then the existence of elements, right? So here if I discuss about all these physical properties, then first of all let me say you that in group number 1 elements I have informed you about the ionization enthalpies and hydration enthalpy. Similarly, first of all let me clear these two topics before going towards all the physical properties. Let me show you about this enthalpies and hydration enthalpies. Can you tell me what is ionization enthalpy? The minimum amount of energy required to remove an electron from an isolated gaseous atom. That is called ionization enthalpy, right? So the minimum energy required to remove an electron from an isolated gaseous atom, because can you tell me here, see, generally Ns2 means in the s orbital both the electrons are filled. So to remove this one electron we require more electrons, and the second one is just group number 1 configuration, so this energy will be removed. So here you can say ionization enthalpy of second is greater than ionization enthalpy of first. Why? Because here S is fulfilled and fulfilled orbitals are maximum stable, as we have learned in the group number chapter number 2 I think. So the alkaline earth metals have low ionization enthalpies due to fairly large size of the atoms. Since the atomic size increases downwards towards the group, the ionization enthalpy decreases. The first ionization enthalpy of the alkaline earth metals are higher than those of the first. So this is due to their small size as compared to the corresponding alkali metals. It is interesting to note that the second ionization enthalpy of the alkaline earth metals are smaller than those of the corresponding of alkali earth metals. So dear student, first of all, one more thing comes here when I talk about the ionization enthalpy. As we move left to right in the periodic table, can you tell me atomic size will increase or decrease? Atomic size will decrease. You know very well. Why it will decrease? Because the period, the orbits are same, but the number of electrons are increasing, right? If I talk about just magnesium in group number 3, the magnesium is second element, sodium is the first one. So sodium has 1 electrons in the third orbit, but as in third orbit magnesium take 1 more electrons, 2 electrons, so the attraction towards the nucleus will be maximum, so the size will be contracted, it will be decreased. So that's why here when we move from left to right in the periodic table, atomic size will decrease, and as the atomic size decreases, now it will be difficult to remove an electron. So if we compare the second electrons and first electrons in alkali earth metal and alkaline earth metals, so just remember that Ns1 if we take, so this Ns1 will be greater or this Ns1 will be greater, then dear student this will be greater, because here the atomic size is already decreased, and if the atomic size is decreased and you are removing 1 electron, then you will require the minimum amount of energy. So here it's written in your NCERT textbook, you can note down that the second ionization enthalpy of the alkaline earth metals are smaller than those of the corresponding alkali earth metals, as this is due to the small size as compared to corresponding the alkali metals. Now there will be a question, whose size is greater, sodium or magnesium? As I had informed you, as we move left to right in the periodic table, the size decreases, so sodium size will be greater, and we are removing 1 electron from the sodium and 2 electrons from the magnesium. Now if I ask whose size will be greater, can you tell me what will be the answer? Just pause the video for a second and answer my question, that whose atomic size will be greater. Just pause for a second. I hope all of you have written the answer in your notebook, that whose atomic size will be greater, right? So if we compare NS2 of group number 2 elements and NS1 of group number 1 elements, the atomic size will be greater of NS1 of group number 1 elements, because we remove 2 electrons from the second period. Means you can say that group number 2 elements, if we are removing 2 electrons, the atomic size will be decreased. And here in group number 1 we are removing 1 electron. Yeah, electronic species both are same, they are all are having same number of electrons, but if we talk about the atomic sizes, then the atomic size will be decreased. So this is the main thing which we should learn for the ionization enthalpy. Many times this question comes of ionization enthalpy. They compare few of the elements and they will just ask you that Ca2 plus, the metallic or ionic radius is greater of Ca2 plus or potassium plus. They compare these both elements and they ask you whose atomic size will be greater. Then you have to always remember, as I have said you, because here we are removing 2 electrons, so the atomic size will be decreased. And here we are removing same, the number of electrons are same, but the atomic size, if we compare, then this alkali earth metal size will be greater than alkaline earth metals. Okay. Now the second thing is hydration enthalpy. As we have discussed in the group number 1 elements, I hope all of you have remembered about this hydration enthalpy. So in group number 1 we have just learned that lithium was giving LiCl2 or LiCl into 2H2, right? But here if I talk about the magnesium, calcium are also giving this hydration enthalpy. So if we compare alkali and alkaline earth metal in the terms of hydration enthalpies, then the hydration enthalpy of group number 2 will be greater than group number 1 elements, because here beryllium to magnesium, remember dear student, beryllium 2 plus, magnesium 2 plus, calcium 2 plus, strontium 2 plus, barium 2 plus, leave the radium because I already have informed you that these are. So if we talk about the ionic sizes of these elements, then ionic sizes, yes, ionic sizes decreases, ionic sizes decreases. So can you tell me in the decreasing term, decreasing, not barium 2 plus will be greater than the strontium. So this is the symbol of decreasing, not increasing. Remember the word called decreasing. Okay, dear students, so you should remember these things. The hydration enthalpy of alkaline earth metals are larger than alkali earth metals. Why? You can ask me. The compounds of alkaline earth metals are most extensively hydrated than the alkali earth metals. Means if I talk about the magnesium chloride or calcium chloride, CaCl2 or MgCl2, then this forms in the form of this hydrated compound, and this also forms in the form of this hydrated compound. So here you can say in group number 1 the lithium was only in the form of hydrated compound, but here magnesium and calcium are also given because they exist in the form of MgCl2 into 6H2O and CaCl2 into 6H2O. Why? If we talk about the group number 1 elements, then here sodium and here potassium do not give the hydrated form of their salts. So if we compare group number 2 and group number 1, the elements of group number 2 and group number 1 in the terms of hydration enthalpy, so group number 2 hydration enthalpy are greater than group number 1 elements, right? Now the main terms, as I told you about the ionization enthalpies, hydration enthalpy. Now the physical properties, especially about the melting point, boiling point, and metallic radius, ionic radius, as we have compared also. So in the terms when we talk about the metallic radius or melting point and boiling point, now tell me, generally these are metals, you know metals have high melting point and boiling point, right? So one by one we'll write all the properties, so no need to worry dear students. Now first of all, after understanding the atomic size, electronic configuration, atomic number and mass number is left, right? So if you want to write atomic mass also, right? So here only I am writing atomic number versus atomic mass, okay? So no need to worry. 4 is atomic number of beryllium. Can anybody tell me what is the atomic mass of beryllium? The atomic mass It should be 4 to the 8, but here it's 9. So these are the exceptions if you have remembered. 12 to the 24, right. Here 12 to the 24, 20 to the 40, 38 to the 76, but here it is not 76, it's 87.6. So we can compare as a 88 also, okay? 88, 137, 88, 137 and 226. Of radium also I am writing because radium is also a group number 2 elements, so no need to worry, dear students. So here if you want to learn the atomic mass of these elements, so you can learn as beryllium atomic mass 9, magnesium atomic mass 24, calcium atomic mass 40, strontium atomic mass 88, barium atomic mass 137 and radium atomic mass 226. So now atomic number, atomic mass completed, electronic configuration completed, ionization enthalpy. If you want to compare the first and second ionization enthalpy, I should write that how much amount of energy is required to remove an electron from an isolated gaseous atom. So if we compare the first electron of beryllium to remove, then you know how much amount of energy it is required? It is 899, and for to remove second ionization enthalpy 1757. Now you will ask me, sir, you have said that first ionization enthalpy is smaller than second one. Generally, dear student, when we remove an electron from an isolated gaseous atom, we require much more amount of energy, right? So no need to worry, dear students. Whenever I talk about the ionization enthalpies, so ionization enthalpy means 1 per kilojoule per mole. If I talk about the SI unit of ionization enthalpy, first and second, okay? Ionization enthalpy IE1 and IE2. So first ionization enthalpy of beryllium is 809. The SI unit is in kilojoule per mole, remember. So the first ionization enthalpy means 2s2, second electron of s orbital, we require 899 kilojoule per mole, and to remove the second electron we require 1757 not 37, 1757 kilojoule per mole for beryllium atom. Remember the word, the first ionization enthalpy and second ionization enthalpy, 2s2 and 2s1, both electrons we are removing. Now the second, if I talk about the magnesium, then 737 for first and 1450 for second. How much? If I remove one electron from magnesium, then I have to require 737 for the first electron, 737 kilojoule per mole for the magnesium first electron, and if I remove the second one, then I require 1450 kilojoule per mole. Now if I talk about the calcium, means calcium electronic configuration 4s2. 4s2 means second electrons of s orbitals from the calcium. Then I require 590 and 1145. 590 and 1145. 590 kilojoule mole per for first and 1145 for second of calcium. Now strontium, if I remove the first electron from the strontium, then 549 and 1064. 549 and 1064 for the second. Can you tell me the barium? 503 and 965. 503 and 965. But now if we compare of radium, then radium will be increased. Yes, because you know very well, till radium so many orbitals are coming, so that's why 509 for first and 979 for second. 509 for first and 979 for second. So dear student, you will ask me, sir, as you have said the atomic size, see, dear student, as the atomic size decreases, it's difficult to remove an electron. So that's why we require here more amount of energy. First and second ionization enthalpy, if we compare of the first group, one electron and second electron, because here why I have said you the atomic size, I have compared the atomic size, not ionization enthalpy. Now if I compare the ionization enthalpy of group number 1 and group number 2, means the second electron of beryllium atom and first electron of lithium atom. So lithium atom requires how much electrons to remove its electron from an outermost orbit, that you know? I hope all of you have remembered and you have noted down in your notebook that lithium requires 520 joule. 520, and here 1757. So the IE2 means to NS1 configuration, to remove that electrons also, because we are doing vacant, both the electrons we are removing from the s orbital, so that's why here we require more amount of energy. So the first ionization enthalpy of lithium was 520, and here the same electronic configuration NS1 only, but we requires 1757 kilojoule per mole. So if you compare about the ionization enthalpy, whose ionization enthalpy will be greater, then dear student, you have to remember that group number 2 elements, because as the things which is written on your board, it must be clear that what you are writing and what you are learning, right? So here you have seen the ionization enthalpies of beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium, IE1 and IE2. Now second thing we are going to write about hydration enthalpy. Yeah, hydration enthalpy. The same, it will be in kilojoule per mole only, SI unit will be. Now hydration enthalpy of lithium and beryllium, if we compare, then can you tell me whose hydration enthalpy will be greater? Here the hydration enthalpy is approximately 2494 of beryllium, approximately 2494 kilojoule for beryllium. If I talk about for magnesium, then it is 1927. If I talk about calcium, 1577. If I talk about strontium, 1577 of calcium. If I talk about strontium hydration enthalpy is 1443. 1443 and 1305 for barium. Radium do not exist as a hydration enthalpy because it is a radioactive element. Now the second thing we are moving towards the metallic radius and ionic radius. Metallic radius means metallic radius versus ionic radius. Ionic radius means beryllium and beryllium 2+. If we compare both the atomic size, beryllium atomic size is 111 picometer and beryllium 2+, 31 picometer, means it is in the picometer. Remember, picometer means 10 to the power minus 12. So 111 and 31, it represents as 111 for barium atomic size. That barium, alkali earth metals, atomic size is 111 picometer and beryllium 2+, 31 picometer. Similarly, if I talk about the magnesium, 160 upon 72. 160 means 160 for magnesium and magnesium 2+, 72 picometer. If I talk about calcium, then calcium atomic size is 197 upon 100, means 197 of calcium and 100 picometer of calcium 2+. If I talk about the strontium atomic metallic radius and ionic radius, strontium metallic radius is so much high. You know how much? 215 and 215 for strontium and 118 for strontium 2+, right? 118 for strontium 2. What's about barium? 225 for barium and 222 for barium and 135 for 222 for barium and 135 for barium 2+. Leave about the radium. No need to discuss about the radium. So here this was the ionic radius and metallic radius. melting point and boiling points are generally high. If you want to compare both the melting point and boiling points, then you can write 1560 and 2745. This is melting point and this is boiling point. Melting point versus boiling point. So here, now you can ask me, sir, this is in the Kelvin or it is in the degree Celsius. So dear student, I just want to confirm you that this melting point and boiling point are in the Kelvin. Okay. So beryllium melting point is 1560 and beryllium boiling point is 2745. Similarly, if I talk about magnesium, 924 upon 1363. 924 is melting point and what will be the boiling point? 924 melting point and boiling point is 1363. Means as the atomic radius increases, the melting point, boiling point decreases. Now if I talk about calcium, calcium will be less, means 1124 and 1764. 1124 and 1764. 1124 melting point and 1764 it's a boiling point. 1767, not 64, it's 67. Right? Okay, no problem. Now if we talk about the strontium, 1062 is melting point of strontium. And if I talk about the boiling point, 1655. 1655. 1022 melting point of barium and radium 1002, not 22, it's 1002 and 2078 is a boiling point of barium. No need to understand about the radium. So here, dear student, if you want to write the radium, then you can write, but no need to learn about the last element at radium. So here the melting point and boiling point of the elements as I have written here. Density also, if you want to compare, then 1.84 of beryllium per gram per centimeter cube, 1.74 for magnesium per gram per centimeter cube, calcium 1.57 per gram per centimeter cube, strontium 2.63 gram per centimeter cube, barium 3.59 gram per centimeter cube and 5.5 for radium. So these are the densities. Potential approximately 1.97 for beryllium, 2.36 for, these are in the minus, remember for the word minus. Percentage existence of beryllium 2, magnesium 2.76, calcium 4.6, 384 for strontium, 390 for barium and 10 to the power minus 6 for radium. So these are the existence as I had informed you about the physical properties. Physical properties is nothing else, it is the descriptions about the atomic sizes, how do they exist and how do they form. So no need to worry about these physical properties, dear students. Ionization enthalpy, hydration enthalpy, as we have discussed physical properties in the terms of the alkali earth metals. Alkaline earth metals in general are silvery white, lustrous and relatively soft but harder than the alkali elements. If you compare group number 1 and group number 2, group number 2 elements are harder than group number 1. If we talk about the color, their color are silvery white, they are lustrous. Beryllium and magnesium appear to be somehow grayish. Melting and boiling point, as you have seen only, that how the melting point, boiling point increases according to the alkali and alkaline earth metal. You can compare. After that, if we discuss about the atomic sizes, low ionization enthalpy, stronger electropositive in nature, the electropositive character increases down towards the group from beryllium to barium. Calcium and strontium and barium impart characteristics brick red, crimson and apple green colors respectively to the flame. Similarly, as we have learned in the group number 1 elements, how you will understand in the flame that which element is present. So if you compare the elements as in the form of flame, then black, red, crimson, apple and green is especially for beryllium, strontium, barium elements. Means We talk about the calcium, strontium and barium. Calcium, brick red, strontium, crimson, and barium it will be apple red, green colors. So these three colors will be confirmed about the flame, and the electrons are in the excited to higher energy levels, and when they come back to their original ground state, the energy is emitted in the form of visible light. The emitted in the form of visible light, the electrons in the beryllium and magnesium are too strongly bound to the excited by the flame. Hence, these elements do not impart any color to the flame. So the flame test for calcium, strontium and barium is helpful in the detection, in the qualitative analysis and the estimation by the flame photonomy. The alkaline earth metals are likely those of alkali metals having the high excitement and the thermal coordinates or conductivities which are typical characteristics of matter. So dear student, one was flame test. Don't forget flame test. Calcium, strontium and barium. Apple green for barium. Apple green for barium. Remember. Crimson for strontium and red, brick red means bricks, you know very well. Bricks red for calcium. Apple green for barium. And what's about the strontium? Can you tell me which color? It's crimson color. Which color? Crimson. You know very well what is crimson color. No need to inform you about that. So this three flame test will confirm that as they move from ground higher energy state means +2 to plus. When they come from higher excited state to ground state, they will give you this flame test, and with the help of this photography you can confirm that these elements are there. So flame test is also an important part whenever you will go, especially in the chemist field. Means if you are planning to make your career as a chemist, in the chemist there are 4 branches: quality analysis, quality control, production and R&D, research and development. So in the quality analysis, these things will be checked that really this flame test has given with the photoscopy. They will understand, yeah, this flame was there, means this element is present in this compound, in this solution. So dear student, this thing you should remember. These things are small things, but whenever the question comes, your mind should rewind these things, that which color it will be confirmed that which element is present. So this was the physical properties of group number 2 elements. Now we will move towards the chemical properties, and the second thing is uses, right? So chemical properties is also less. Chemical properties and uses, and in the next video we will learn about the general characteristics of those elements. So now in the chemical properties means reaction. Yeah, you know very well what is chemical properties. Now I am talking about the chemical properties of group number 2 elements. First chemical properties is the reaction towards the air, or you can say O2. Chemical properties. First, reaction with air. As you have seen that in group number 1 also we have done the first reaction with air. Yes. So can you tell me which of the elements are going to do reaction? The alkaline earth metals are less reactive than alkali earth metals. Remember this word. Don't forget this word. You should keep this word in your mind, that the alkaline earth metals are less reactive than alkali earth metals. The reactivity of those elements especially about if I talk about these elements of group number 2, then it increases on going down towards the group. Means from beryllium to barium, if we move, then we move down towards the group, it increases. Beryllium, magnesium are kinetically inert to oxygen and water. Why? Because of the formation of an oxide film on their surface. However, powdered beryllium burns brilliantly on ignition in air to give beryllium oxide and beryllium nitride. Magnesium is more electropositive and burns with dazzling brilliance in air to give magnesium oxide and magnesium nitride. Calcium, strontium and barium are readily attacked by the air to form the oxides and readily nitrides. They react with the water with nitride. They also react with water with increasing vigor even cold to form hydroxide. So dear students, air and water, reaction with air and water. Beryllium, starting from barium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. No need to study about the radium. Beryllium, it will do the reaction with oxygen, 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 oxygen. You know very well, they are going to give beryllium oxide, magnesium oxide, calcium oxide, strontium oxide. But if we talk about which will be more attacked by the oxygen present in the nature, right? So here brilliantly ignition, it will come for the beryllium oxide. And yeah, here if we talk about the oxygen, because in the air so many gases are present, so if we talk about Be plus N2, then it will give you BeN3. What is this? Can you tell me what is the name of this compound? The name of this compound is Be3N2. Sorry, nitrogen valence is 3. Be3N2. Beryllium nitride. Similarly, magnesium nitride. Right? Calcium, strontium and barium are readily attacked with the oxygen, it forms the oxide. But these two elements, beryllium and magnesium, okay? Don't forget about these three elements, that how these two are especially giving the nitrides and oxide. But if we talk about the calcium, strontium and barium, they readily react or attack with the oxygen to form oxides, and when they are reacted with the water, they give hydroxides also. As you know very well that they give hydroxides also. Means either if I talk about calcium, not magnesium, here is calcium. This is quicklime, and when they react with the water, they react with water, then they give hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. You have remembered strontium hydroxide, barium hydroxide. So don't forget to learn these three, because these three are more reactive. As the atomic size increases, here the reactivity also increases. So this was the reaction towards the air and water. Now I am talking about the reaction towards the halogen. Halogen means you know very well. Yeah, reaction towards the water here. Now reaction towards halogen. Reaction towards halogen. Halogens means X. Chlorine, bromine, fluorine, iodine. So these are the. Now if I talk about from beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, if they react with X2, right? Means if they do the reaction with this, so they will give you, if we talk that these are metals, then they will give you MX2, means BeCl2, Be, Br2, Bei2, means all the halides in the diform, right? So this thermal decomposition of ammonium barium fluoride is the best route for the preparation of beryllium fluoride and beryllium chloride in conventionally made for the oxide. Means here the two things which we should remember: the alkaline earth metals combine with halogen at elevated temperature forming the halides. But if we talk about the thermal decompositions of ammonium barium fluoride, ammonium NH4 whole twice BeF, which is the best route for the preparation of beryllium fluoride, that is BeF2 and beryllium chloride, which is covertly made for the oxide. Means how it will be made, you know, beryllium oxide plus carbon plus chlorine. Beryllium oxide plus carbon plus chlorine, that will be beryllium chloride. Metallic halide, right? Be beryllium chloride plus carbon monoxide. How much temperature, you know? 600 to 800. 600 to 800 means Kelvin should be 600 to 800 Kelvin. So that's why I had informed you the temperature should be fixed. Generally, as the alkaline earth metals reacts with halogen to give metallic halides. But here the question comes of temperature. Elevated temperatures, they forming the halides of this compound. Now reaction towards the hydrogen means hydrides, you know very well. Hydrogen is just a chapter. Here you should discuss about the hydrogen. So if all the elements except beryllium combine with hydrogen by heating to form their hydrides as in the form of MH2. M means all the alkaline earth metals except beryllium. BeH2, however, can be prepared by the reaction of beryllium chloride with lithium aluminum hydride. Means it can be also formed, but generally if we talk about the beryllium, then they do not give the formation of beryllium hydride. But if you want beryllium hydride, then we should prepare beryllium hydride by the reaction of beryllium chloride with lithium aluminum hydride, and rest of the elements give their hydrides, right? The rest of the elements can give their hydride. So if you, especially here the question comes of reaction with hydrogen. Reaction with hydrogen. So rest of the elements can give their hydrides, but if you only beryllium chloride is the exception. So if you want to prepare beryllium hydride, then BeCl2 plus lithium aluminum hydride. You know very well what is this lithium aluminum hydride. So it will give you beryllium hydrides plus lithium chloride. Beryllium hydrides plus lithium chloride plus aluminum chloride. Right? If you want to do the balancing of reaction, just give 2 and 2 in the front of berylliums. Right? Now reaction is balanced. Now if we talk about the acid, reactions with acid. Right? Reactions with acid. So the alkaline earth metals readily react with acid liberating hydrogen. Means here hydrochloric acid, if I talk about all the alkaline earth metals, if they react with HCl, they give MCl2 plus hydrogen gases as in the form of liberation. Means this is the reaction with acid. Reaction with acid. Okay. So this M means all the alkaline earth metals. Right. Now reducing nature, like alkali metals, the alkaline earth metals are also strong reducing agent. This is specially indicated by the large negative values of their reduction potentials. However, the reducing power is less than those of the corresponding alkali earth metals. Beryllium has less negative value as compared to the other alkaline earth metals. However, its reducing nature is due to the large hydration energy associated with the small ionic sizes of beryllium 2 plus ion and relative with the other large number of atomization enthalpies of that metal. So here, similarly, like if we talk about reducing nature, just we have studied in the group number 1. So we have discussed about the lithium. Similarly, here beryllium 2 plus. Okay, nothing else. Just it is same like lithium. Now last one, solution in liquid ammonia. As we have discussed this thing in group number 1 also. Solution in liquid ammonia. Have you remembered solution in liquid ammonia? I hope that if you have remembered, M plus X plus Y NH3. Liquid ammonia. M plus X plus Y NH3. What was the product? Can you tell me? If you have remembered, then I hope you can say that what will be the product. The product will be Here the two electrons will be break down, you know very well. M, sorry, this is M metals of all the alkaline earth metals, MnH3 whole twice 2 plus in the form of cation, right? And here where I have written the 2, that will be denoted as a X. What it will be denoted? X. Why X plus Y here? That's why I have remembered here that here it will be denoted as a X. And plus, what will be in the form of anion? 2 into the electronegative elements, 2 minus in the form of 1, right? So as here you can see, here you can write that instead of E that NH3Y, so no need to worry. This ammonia will be converted into the cation and anion. So here, so no need to forget this cation and anion liquid ammonia. So we have discussed this thing in the alkali earth metals also. Like alkali earth metals, the alkaline earth metals also dissolve in liquid ammonia to give deep blue-black solutions forming ammoniated ions. So M plus X plus Y NH3 gives MnH3X2 plus 2ENH3Y minus, right? So from these solutions the ammoniated salts can be recovered. The last point of this whole topic, that is the uses of alkaline earth metals. Final point. What are the uses of alkaline earth metals? Beryllium is used in the manufacturing of alloys. Copper beryllium alloys are used in the preparation of high strength spring. Metallic beryllium is used for making windows, especially of X-ray tubes. Magnesium forms alloys with the aluminum, zinc, manganese and the tin. Magnesium aluminum alloys being light on mass, which are used in the aircraft construction. Magnesium powder, especially ribbon, is used in the flash powder and bulbs, incendiary bombs and signals. A suspension of magnesium hydroxide in water called milk of magnesia, which is used as an antacids. In medicine, magnesium carbonate is an ingredient to toothpaste. Calcium is used in the extractions of metals from the oxide, which are difficult to reduce with the reactivity with the oxygen, nitrogen and elevated temperature, which is having often been used to remove air from the vacuum tubes. Radium salts are used in the radiotherapy, for example in the treatment of cancer. So dear student, that was the main concept of this group number 2. So as you have seen that the things which we have studied, that was the, first of all, what is group number 2, alkaline earth metals, why they are known as. Second thing, we have discussed about the ionization enthalpies, hydration enthalpy, physical properties, chemical properties and the uses. See, write this thing in the form of a note. When you will write that where these elements, beryllium is used in what? Strontium, magnesium, calcium, which is filled in the medicine field, which is in the aircraft field, which is in the powder field, which is in the uses in the medicine of cancer. So the elements is specified. Write in your notebook that this element is used in the form of this element is used in the form of this element is used in the form of this. So just make a note of this group number 2. If you have any doubt related to this whole video, then drop it out into the comment box section. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Share this video with your friends. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.